There's a version of you that you've never met. I know you've heard it a million times. It is sad but true, but there is a version you've spent your whole life pretending doesn't exist. And here's the terrifying part. Everyone around you can see it. Your partner, your friends, your coworkers, and even the stranger you snapped at for no reason. Carl Jung, one of the greatest psychologists to ever live, called this hidden self the shadow. And he didn't just say it exists quietly in the background. He said it's running your life from the basement, and you don't even know it. And in my opinion, having a dark side is not the dangerous part here. The fact that we swear we don't is the dangerous part. Okay, hear me out. I will make it make sense. The shadow is every part of yourself you decided was unacceptable. When you were a kid, you learned pretty quickly that certain things got you love, like being polite or sharing your toys, and other things got you punished. So you did what any smart kid would do. You showed the good stuff and buried the rest. All of that anger and jealousy, the desire to be selfish sometimes, the part of you that wants to say no when everyone expects a yes. You shoved it all into a box in the back of your mind and labeled it, not me. But here's what Jung understood that changes everything. That box doesn't stay closed. It leaks. Think of it like a basement you refuse to go into. You can pretend it's empty. You can lock the door. But the pipes are still down there. And eventually, something starts to smell. This is where it gets genuinely unsettling. Because we can't see our own shadow, since we've repressed it, Jung said we do something brilliantly destructive. We project it onto other people. The thing you can't stand about your coworker? The arrogance that makes your skin crawl. Jung would tell you to pause and ask yourself, where am I arrogant and pretending I'm not? The politician you despise? The ex you still rage about? They become screens for your own shadow. And before you think, no, those people are genuinely awful, this doesn't apply to me, that's exactly what your shadow wants you to think. That's the whole game. This is the reason I am saying that the shadow is most dangerous, not when it's hidden, but when it's disguised as moral outrage, as righteous anger, as I would never. Jung's point was brutally simple. The more certain you are that the darkness is only in them, the more of it you're carrying yourself. Denial doesn't protect anyone. It just takes the leash off. Even though it looks like this is abstract psychology, it is not. It shows up in your actual life. It's why you snap at your partner and immediately think, why did I say that? You just met your shadow for a second. It's why you judge people most harshly for the exact things you secretly fear you are. The person terrified of being seen as weak is often the loudest about other people's weakness. It's why internet comment sections are a shadow festival. Strangers projecting their deepest insecurities onto people they've never met. Well, because it's easier than looking inward. The shadow isn't some dramatic villain. It's the tension in your shoulders during an argument. It's the passive-aggressive text you send instead of saying what you actually feel. It's the quiet satisfaction when someone you envy fails. So what do you actually do about this? Jung's answer is both simple and the hardest psychological work there is. He called it shadow integration. You need to stop fighting the shadow. You can't destroy it even if you tried, because it's a part of you. The only thing to do is stop pretending it doesn't exist and start getting curious about it instead. Notice when you have a strong, visceral reaction to someone. That irritation, that judgment, that's data. It's a map pointing directly at something you haven't accepted in yourself. When you feel that surge of, what a terrible person, pause and ask, what part of me am I seeing in them right now? When you integrate your shadow, you stop leaking it onto everyone around you. You become less reactive, less judgmental, more whole. Jung called this process individuation, becoming who you actually are, not who you've been pretending to be. And it starts with one courageous move, turning the lights on in the basement. Here's the thing Jung wanted us to understand. The shadow isn't just the bad stuff. It's also your hidden strengths. It includes the confidence you buried because it wasn't safe, the creativity you locked away, and even the parts of yourself you disowned before you ever got to meet them. The most dangerous idea in psychology isn't that we have a dark side. It's that ignoring it doesn't make it disappear. It makes it run the show. So maybe the question isn't, how do I get rid of my shadow? Maybe it's, what's waiting in your basement right now? And who could you become if you finally open the door? If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever caught yourself projecting seeing your own stuff in someone else? And if the surface has never been enough for you, subscribe. You'll feel right at home.